Liverpool boss Jurgen Klopp on his transfer fund hope, Oxlade Chamberlain's return and not needing any help. You're now off the top of the Premier League table with Manchester City leading the way. Obviously it is getting exciting now, eh? It was always clear that would happen. I don't think anybody thought we would be top of the league, 12 points clear with 3 games to go at the end of April. It was always clear that it would be tight until the end. The good news is that we are still in there, but the only chance to improve our position is by winning football games. We have another chance tomorrow, a tough game against a really good side. But that's the plan. You've called for some big atmospheres at Anfield, and you want another one against Bournemouth on Saturday. I never left in doubt how much I appreciate the support and how much I believe in the help of support. That's how it is. It's always a massive plus. I was asked after the last home game about the support, but really there was nothing to moan about. It was a nervy game, we had that before, we were 1-0 up and then it's 1-1 and a difficult game, completely normal. We know the job we have to perform at the highest level, to fight for every yard, to really dig in, and then our crowd is there. I'm not sure I experienced yet that the supporters are there early. It's different to Germany where they are there 1.5 hours before. Obviously it would be nice. It's getting exciting. It was always clear there would be games where you really have to keep your nerve, everybody, in the stand and on the pitch. That's part of the game. The good thing is we all know the job we have to do. We on the pitch and the people in the stands. I'm really looking forward to it. I know it is a 3 p.m. kickoff. It's not dark that early anymore. Not sure we need the floodlights still, but we can create an outstanding atmosphere, and everybody saw before how big the influence of an atmosphere is. I don't know if I have to ask for it, but I can say that whoever wants us to succeed in this game, in this fight, and wants to help. I don't have the English saying, but it's like shouting your soul on the pitch. That's how we say it in Germany. It's a big one, like all the others. We have 15+ games left, that's the decisive third of the season. We have created the basis for this finish, a very good basis. We had a few problems, injury-wise, illness-wise, and that led to imperfect performances. Everybody is fighting for something either way. The league, the Europea League, the Champions League or the Championship. We always respect that. We have to show it on the pitch, that we are really ready to fight. The fans have to show that they are as well, if they want to show it. With the team going off to Spain next week, there will be a chance to have a rest before the Bayern Munich game. It's better than if we play 2 days later, but if we could have played in the Champions League next week, that's absolutely okay as well. The last break helped us in some parts but not enough to bring the players back, and after the end of the break then Virg got ill out of the blue. We try everything to avoid these things. I think I shook the last hand a couple of weeks ago because we need clean hands constantly, but it happened still. We deal with it constantly. We were not overly happy with the performance at West Ham, but it was still a point, and we were not overly happy with the performance against Leicester, but it was a point on a difficult pitch. Now we have the next chance to do better. I know that we will be ready with each fiber of our bodies, to fight for everything. The only thing I want to say after the season is that we gave our everything. Maybe now I have to say it because a couple of people forgot that. We cannot do more. The boys did outstandingly well so far, because you cannot have 62 points without doing really well. We have chance to bring in a few more points and we will fight for that. Are you surprised by the reaction to your draws against Leicester City and West Ham United? The funny thing about that is I didn't read it. I didn't watch it and I still know it. You feel it, with the questions you get asked, the messages I get even from friends. Something obviously changed in their view, but it was always clear that it would happen. It's not important when it happens, it's that it can happen. It's normal. It was kind of predictable, and if you want to be top of the table and a champion at the end of the season, you have to show in situations like that, and there are worse situations. Real passion, real desire, you have to fight. You cannot come through with passing a little bit around, you have to go through. I got a message this week, another sign that people think I need help. I don't need help, thank you very much, I'm fine. In the last 10 games, City dropped 12 points and we dropped 7. I didn't know that. Is it interesting for me? Not really, but the view from outside is completely different. Then it was something that City lost 3 outside the top 6 teams, we drew twice. That's the world outside, and we live in that world. I know that people are confronted with things like this, the players are too. The only tool we really have to sort our situation is football, passion, a proper fight, being aggressive in the most legal way. Be hard, but your foot it. That's what we will do. That's what we did last year in a similar situation with a different target, where Chelsea were chasing us like crazy. We wanted to go to the Champions League, we had a pretty small squad in that situation and we had to play Champions League, all that stuff, and win each Premier League game, which is a difficult job to do. We are used to that, now we have to show we can do it still. Oxlade Chamberlain is in the Champions League squad, could he feature against Bayern? If we got to semi-final, I think he's available. If we got to the quarter-finals, maybe, I'm not 100% sure. He still needs time. He looks fine, but I wait for the green light from the medical department. Come on, throw him into parts of the session. We are not at that point yet. We have to push him a lot and to see how he reacts. We only put him in the Champions League squad because we think there's a chance for him to play. Obviously we have to make at least one more round, but that was the plan anyway. The accounts released today look very good. I'm not a massive numbers guy, but Mike Gordon is in today and he didn't jump on me this morning and say the numbers are fantastic, come on let's go and spend all the money. I know about what we did. We didn't only earn a lot, we spent a lot in the last couple of years. It was always clear we had to change things for the better. That's what we did with different things. We built a really strong squad, unfortunately we have a lot of it unavailable at the moment. But it's a squad built for the future and not only this season. That's fine, I hope we don't need too much money in the next years, because if you have the right players in, work with them. Next up are Bournemouth, and you could face a former player in Dominic Solanke. It's always a bit strange and scary if you play against a former player. Dom was here only 4 weeks ago, and he's a wonderful guy, big talent. We couldn't give him enough match time, so for his development it is important that he goes and gets these minutes. I think he had his first start last week, and that's good. We know what other teams are doing, and if a team does not have a very good away record then we don't think it's an easy game. Everybody works to change bad records. Bournemouth is a really interesting side in general, together with Eddie Howe. I say it in every press conference, but it's the truth. He's doing an outstanding job. Even if they have their bad moments in a season they always come back again with this little tiny stadium which is not an advantage in a competitive league like the Premier League. They do it outstandingly well. They are always a threat for counter-attacks. They play football and on the other hand side and they use the time from not playing European football for set pieces. Preparation for Bournemouth is always difficult, but we still try to do it. In this moment I think we are ready for it. I think it'll be an interesting game.